students, welcome to the fourth session of chapter 4, Force and Pressure of class 8th of subject Science. Today we will start with the topic pressure. You know that there are different effects of force on different objects. When we carefully observe that the effect of force depends on the surface area over which the force acts. It is a common experience that it is difficult to carry a school bag when it is tied to a narrow thin string. It becomes easier to carry the same school bag when it is tied to broad strap. This shows that if the same force acts over a smaller area, its effect is felt more. Thus, the overall effect of force depends on its amount, that is magnitude, and the area over which it acts. Therefore, we need to define a physical quantity that takes both these factors into account, and this quantity is defined as pressure. It is pressure which is a measure of the effect of force over a given area. And force applied in perpendicular direction to a given surface area is called thrust. It means when we apply force at 90 degree, then that force is called or considered as thrust, and the thrust acting on a unit area of a surface is called pressure. So pressure is the thrust applied on surface area, and the pressure, it depends on two factors, that is force acting means magnitude of force and area of the surface, and pressure increases as surface area decreases and vice versa takes place. Pressure decreases as surface area increases. This can be proved or shown by the activity given in your book, that is activity 6. In this activity, some molding clay is taken and it is spread on a desk, and then a wooden block on the surface of molding clay is placed lengthwise, and then a book is placed on it for some time. Then that book is removed from the wooden block and book, and then we have to measure the depression produced in the molding clay with the help of scale, and then we have to repeat these steps keeping wooden block breadth wise, thickness wise on the surface of molding clay. Then we have to again repeat this activity by putting this keeping this wooden box in height wise. Then we will measure the length of depression. Then we can see there is difference in the depression. Why there is the difference in depression? This is because of difference in area of contact, though the same force is acting on the clay in all these three cases. The effect produced is different because of difference in the contact area. We thus realize that for a given applied force, when the contact area is less, its pressure on the surface in contact become more. Now, applications involving high pressure. It means what we have to do when we need more pressure. Then we have to decrease area of contact. For example, it is easier to cut with a sharp knife than a blunt knife, because sharp knife has a small surface area in contact, so high pressure can be exerted to cut any object. Nail pins and spikes have pointed ends so that they can be driven into the surface with minimum efforts. As nail pins, they have sharp end and there is a small contact with area, and which increases the effect of pressure. And it is same in the case of studs on a football boot. They have small area of contact with ground. The pressure under the studs is high, though enough for them to sink into the ground, which give extra grip, and it prevent players to skip or slip on the ground. Now what when we have to need low pressure? Then we have to increase area of contact. For example, buses and trucks, they have double wheels on rear side, means backside wheels they are double. Why? To increase the area of contact, and they should not sink into the roads or muddy roads. High-rise buildings and dams, they have wide base so that they do not sink down, so that they do not fall down, or they cannot sink down into the mud or into the ground. Tanks and bulldozers are fitted with caterpillar tracks rather than wheels, because tanks and bulldozers, they have very heavy weight or mass. Otherwise it can increase pressure on the wheels as compared to caterpillar tracks. Caterpillar tracks, they are wide, and they can easily bear the mass of tanks and bulldozers. Railway tracks are laid on large size wooden iron slippers. Why? Again, because railway tracks, they are made up of iron and they are very narrow, and when train it move on those tracks, these tracks, they can sink into the mud, and these large size wooden iron slippers, they prevent iron tracks sinking into the mud. And there is another example. A wide shoulder pad of heavy bags will reduce the pressure exerted on the shoulder of the person carrying the bag. With this activity, you are very much familiar. You are daily carrying your bags to the school, and your school bags, they have wider straps, which decreases the effect of pressure. Now you have to answer the following questions. Question number 1, define pressure. Question number 2, how would the pressure exerted by a force on an area change if the area is doubled, keeping the thrust constant? And thrust is doubled, keeping the area constant. Question number 3, give reason for the following statements. Snowshoes are more effective than ordinary shoes for walking on snow. Porters place a large round piece of cloth on their heads when they carry heavy loads. A sharp knife cuts vegetable and fruits more effectively than a blunt knife. School bags are provided with wide straps to carry them. It is much easier to burst an inflated balloon with a needle than directly with a finger. You have to write answers of these questions in your rough notebook. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.